Hey guys, it's Taku. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. I've got a pretty short little video here that is updating you on all of the books that I've picked up over the 2023 fall winter period is several months. I actually could have several like books here that I've already put on the channel, and if there are repeats, I am so sorry. So I've got only a couple graphic novels that I'll show right at the beginning because I'm gonna do a big manga haul this summer. Trust me, manga is coming. But in the meantime, I've only got a couple here, and the rest of them are just books, just regular books. So hopefully there is something interesting here for kind of the myriad audience that is somehow still watching these videos. I don't know how because they're scattered all over the place. But I'm going to go ahead and start with the Hybe webtoon graphic novels. So this is two of them. This is the BTS one. This is the Tomorrow by Together one. There is an Enhypen one. Those are like the big three. That is called Dark Moon. I do have volume one of that, but it is currently with my sister and she's reading it. So I am going to collect all of them though. And let's go ahead and start with Chaco. This is Seven Fates. This is volume 1, and they're all really shiny, by the way, so you're gonna see like everything reflected from them. And yeah, so these are from I think it's pronounced Ize Press. Everyone's pronouncing it Eyes, but I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Ize Press. And so I did not get on the Schwanky PR list that got sent a box with like all the books and goodies in it. Sad. I bought these myself. I pre-ordered these myself. So if anything, I'm loyal. But no, it's fine. I'm not bitter. It's whatever. So this is looks like it's got an insert poster on the inside, which I thought it was at the back of the book. So now I'm confused. But this is volume 1. I think it's the first 5 or 7 chapters of Chaco. And I think of the 3 graphic novels, like, yeah, this is the highest quality one. Like, art style and creative style aside, just the level of detail that goes into the setting and background and just the vibrancy and the color, this is definitely this is the strongest one. It might not be everyone's favorite story, but I think kind of without a doubt this is the highest quality one. And I actually do like it. I actually am interested. This is the story of, aside from it being the members reimagined as like fantasy Korean monster hunters, they are living in a kind of a futuristic society where the Balm, which are these kind of demonic, some of them are werewolves, some of them are cats. I think they're all kind of like tiger. I think it's the tiger, Korean tiger monster myth reimagined. And the members come together to form a party of resistance against them. And they're all somehow tied to the Balm and the history of kind of what's going on in this universe. It's wild, it's fantasy, and I'm actually enjoying it a lot. So this gets you interested to, for lack of better words, this is Jungkook's character. I think RM's character shows up for part of this, and Jimin's character. So you get glimpses of the members as they go along. So I actually really do enjoy it. I will continue picking it up for now. This one, I think, initially was the one that gripped me the most. So of the 3 of them, I wanted to see the Star Seekers because it's actually closer to the Tomorrow by Together music video story that they've got going on, the lore, I guess, of their music. And in this one, you are actually dealing with a rookie idol group. They are a 5-member idol group, just like TXT. And some of the themes that they tackle and some of the themes, and then also definitely the way they look, I mean, are based off of the members. So themes like magic and friendship as like the broader things, but then also just escapism, I think. The idea of if you had a magical power and could, basically do anything that you wanted with it, would you benefit society or kind of, run off and benefit yourself? I think that's where this story kind of goes. So yeah, I enjoy this one. I think, I don't know, the art style for this one is kind of wonky. So I'm so hit or miss with the art style of it, but I really do actually like the story. The story is really in line with, these idols they're idols on stage, but then they also live in a society where the idols have superpowers. So each of the members have their own power, and if you like that kind of a thing, then this is for you. Otherwise, definitely, it's it leans a lot on TXT. I really do feel like you're learning more about the TXT story as you read it. So I like it, even if not everyone maybe does. So here now I've got some anime related books. These are all from Yen Press. So I went on a little Makoto Shinkai novel binge. Not only a buying, but also a reading, which is good. Read the books you buy. That's good. So this is 5 centimeters per second and Children Who Chase Lost Voices. Makoto Shinkai himself penned the 5 centimeters per second in this book, whereas the Children Who Chase Lost Voices was written by Asahi Akisaka. So I have read, actually, and I even annotated a little bit. I read the 5 centimeters, I read the Children Who Chase section of this, and I actually did kind of enjoy it. I if I'm remembering it correctly, I think I actually like the book better than I like the movie, which I don't know. The movie has some questionable or weak sections in it by itself, but I like these books. I like the size of them. If you're gonna do hardcover, I really like the smaller size hardcovers rather than the large hardcovers. So, and the design of them are really simple. They look like Japanese kind of I don't want to say chapter book, Japanese novels. There we go. So I read half of it. I will read the 5 centimeters per second part of it. It's just that story is so fresh in my mind. So I also did pick up and read the Your Name novelization, which I did like. I thought it was good. There's only a few sections that I kind of annotated in this. It's been a while since I've seen Your Name, so some of my memories of it are a bit aged, shall we say. But I liked it. It was enjoyable. It wasn't as cash grabby as I've heard some people say, because this is only they're around 200 pages. Yeah, this one's less than, I think, 200 pages. So they're short and they're easily digestible, and honestly, I like it. I read it in an afternoon or two, kind of a book. So the one that I liked the most, though, was this. I actually loved this book so much. The Weathering With You novel version. I learned so much about the other characters. I obviously annotated a lot of the sections, a lot more. I think the printed autograph on the back is so fun. So I think this is one of the later ones too, so they're having a better grasp with it. But if I remember correctly, this was designed as a movie tie-in. So Shinkai, he explains in the interview at the back kind of that he was kind of encouraged by the company to make this and sell it alongside the movie, which is, it's a common marketing strategy. But this one came a little bit more of his own volition, and it shows. It is really it is a experience that complements the film in a good way. So, and I also like Weathering With You a lot. A lot. I love everything that Shinkai writes. I love everything that Shinkai animates. So there are those. But I've also got another Yen on novel. This is The Night is Short, Walk On Girl. If you watched my recent Mazaki anime collection video, I hauled the 5 films collection from G Kids, and I read this over winter break when I was watching it. So had a little Mazaki Yuasa moment with the anime, and then a Tomi Hikomorimi moment with the book. And this is one of my favorite novels I've ever read. I did not annotate any of it because I was so enthralled with all of it. No, I was just lazy. I'm joking. So yeah, this book is so good. So if you have seen the movie, or maybe if you haven't seen any of it, it follows this girl through the in the movie, they make it all one long night, which I think is really freaking awesome. But in the book, it is a 1 year. You're following the relationship between this girl and a guy in, I can't remember. Oh gosh, this is so bad of me. They're not in the same club, I don't think. But he's desperate to get together with her, so he creates instances that look like fate. And obviously they're so... They're so lousy and over the top. He's such a clown. And she, meanwhile, is just, in charge of herself. She's walking on regardless of what is happening. So she's so pure and so wonderful. And the friends that she meets along this crazy and just asinine journey, honestly, are so inventive. So give this a shot if you are wanting something truly exciting. But that's not all. I picked up Tomihiko Morimi's other books. So this is the Tatami Galaxy novel. I think these come from, because these are actually a little larger, which is just the most frustrating thing. But these come from HarperCollins, and I've actually got this one and the Tatami Time Machine Blues novel. So this was written in the early 2000s, and it's quite the long book compared to some of Morimi's other books. And this one is a much shorter follow-up that was done like 15 or 20 years later. So it's weird to see, like, I didn't have to wait for any of this. And I have seen the TV series or the anime of Tatami Galaxy, and I really liked it. Masterpiece. So hoping that these books, oh my god, I'll see Ozu right there. I'm hoping that the book experience, the novel experience, is also good. I do want to give a shout out to HarperCollins though, because as a hardcover, the cream and violet here is pretty sharp, and I really do also like the color tones going on with this book. So as publications, these are really nice. Same with the yen-on ones. I really am enjoying the yen books. I've got, let me do the less exciting one. This was a gift book. Okay, so this was over the holidays. My sister gifted this to me. It's Japanese myths and legends. It has a foreword by Dr. Alan Cummings, and then it's edited by J.K. Jackson. So it is basically an anthology of it's an anthology of Japanese myths and legends, as it sounds. So I've actually read some of it. I peeked into a little bit of it and read some of the passages and short stories. So creatures that maybe you are familiar with, yokai stories that you're familiar with, or stories of love and betrayal and romance. So lots of princesses and lots of innocent and less innocent maidens, many hauntings, many curses, but also many blessings. So it's just a huge collection of works, and some of them do contain illustrations. So lots of lore about the creation myths and things like that. It's monster myths, it's folk tales. So it's a neat little book. It's one that I think you consult more as a reference text. So you don't sit down and read this in one sitting unless you are, well, unless you're ready for it. I certainly won't be. I'll read it in sections, but it's fun to read this and compare it to some of the more recent things that I've been engaging myself. So like there's reading sections about like the Shogun or like Ball or like things like that for like Genshin Impact, and there's a truck driving by, which is my signal to just move on. So it's informative. I think I hauled this, I can't remember, but this is The Lies of the Ajungo, which I love that title, The Lies of the Ajungo. So this is by, Moses Utomi? Moses Ose Utomi? I'm so sorry. This is a novella, I think technically, from Tor Books. And what caught my eye on this book, because this is really like this is not something I would typically read. This is also really short. I bought it used from Amazon. But what caught my eye is the first line of this book. And it is fairly new, which I'm going to show you right here. There is no water in the city of lies. It's just beautiful first line. Like, what? There is no water in the city of lies. You got me. First line, right? That's how you do it. That's the publishing secret. So I read this, and yeah, this is great. I think my only wish was that it was a little longer. Thankfully, there is a sequel coming out. The Truth of the something, I can't remember. I think have it pre-ordered though. It comes out actually this March. So like anytime now that you'll get the sequel for this book. But yeah, it's about the forever desert, and trying to remember now. What is this book about? Oh, that's right. People in this village get their tongues cut off after a certain age. So you have a lot of like Is that mute? Is that the word? Mute people walking around. Children are obviously kind of off the hook, but once you're an adult, and it's obviously a symbolic thing, right? To have your tongue cut off, and it's a desert, so like water is really scarce too. So you have people dying all over, all the time, and the main character sets out into the desert to find a cure for the village, which would be water, or a cure, I guess, for the kingdom, empire, whatever you want to call it. And the secrets, the nastiest truths that he finds lurk out in the desert and the people that he meets. So this is a really cool book. If you read this kind of in companion with thinking like, I don't want to stereotype, I really don't, but if you think of it as kind of like a Gerudo Valley, like Legends of Zelda moment, if you read this as kind of like a companion piece to something like that, I think that's how you kind of maximize the impact, because some of the themes that come across in my mind are like really similar, and it's not just because it's set in desert. So I really loved it. It was really good. And then this is, last but not least, Shelley Parker-Chan's He Who Drowned the World. This is the sequel to She Who Became the Sun. I might have hauled this on my channel as well. I can't remember, but I saw this at the store and went ahead and picked it up. This is the second book. I think there's only two, so I think it's a duology. So I will have more to say when I read the first one, but can we give that cover art just a moment, please? Right? Winning beautiful cover art. Like these are gorgeous. So yes, there are the books that I got this month. So all over the place with books. I will again return kind of to more manga stuff, more manga speed and light novel speed in the summer. So stay tuned for some of that stuff. And then I will continue to collect the Hive webtoon books. So if you are interested to learn more of my thoughts about those, they come out like once every month. They like rotate the next book. So they're releasing pretty quickly. But guys, thank you so much for watching this. Let me know if you've read any of this weird assortment, small assortment, but good things in my mind. So thank you so much for watching, and till next time.